everyone. My name is Camille McGoy, and I'm a proud sixth grader at Hutt Middle School in Tacoma.
I'm Mohammed Abdi, a seventh grader at the Bush School in Seattle. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, are these middle schoolers really the MCs tonight? And to be honest, Camille and I had the same thought.
Seriously? Not tonight, friends. But maybe one day, Mohammed. For now, you're in the amazing hands with our real MCs, Jaslyn and Amir, who will be taking the stage soon. Our job tonight is just as important. We're here to officially welcome you to this special evening, Rainier Scholars style.
So let's make it official, Camille.
Welcome to Milestone Moments, Rainier Scholars' 25th anniversary celebration. All right, now that we've got that formal welcome out of the way, it's time to bring the energy. There are so many Rainier Scholars fans in the room tonight. We want to feel the excitement. Let's kick things off with something we love at RS, a little call and response.
This is one of my favorites. At the end of every RS assembly, we'd say a short phrase that reminded us of who we are and how we show up. It became kind of a mantra for us. Be nice, try hard. Camille, do you think the audience is ready for it?
I'm not sure. Let's test it out. I'll say be nice, and you all respond with try hard. Loud and proud, okay? Here we go. Be nice!
Oh, come on. I know this room can do better. One more time, let's hear it. Be nice! That's more like it. Give yourselves a round of applause. I really enjoyed that moment. It's my first time speaking in front of 1,000 people, and leading Be Nice, Try Hard, that's a milestone moment I'll never forget.
Same here, Mohammed. I wasn't sure what to expect when I signed up to welcome everyone, but being a part of this night means so much. The program ahead is full of joy, help, and inspiration. We're so glad you're here to experience it.
To kick things off, here's a short video that gives you a glimpse into what Rainier Scholars is all about. Thank you, everyone.
Rainier Scholars is a college preparatory program that supports students from 5th grade all the way through college graduation and is based in Seattle and Tacoma. We provide access to transformative educational opportunities with the goal of increasing representation of people of color at all levels of leadership and influence. During the first phase of our program, students invest an additional 1,000 hours of academic coursework on top of their regular schooling to prepare them for college prep pathways. After students finish this unwrap, they're supported by 2 distinct teams, academic counseling and leadership and career development. Each scholar is paired with an academic counselor who meets regularly with them to ensure they have access to resources like personalized tutoring and mental health support. Academic counselors partner deeply with scholars and families, connecting them to summer enrichment opportunities, social activities, and service learning projects. The Leadership and Career Development team is focused on building student soft skills to help them succeed in college and the workplace. Students learn leadership skills, critical thinking skills, and decision-making expertise that help them as they determine a career path. In high school, scholars access individual college counseling as they navigate the complex application decision-making process. Through financial aid guidance, essay review, and coaching through the admissions process, scholars confidently enroll at 4-year colleges and graduate with 0 to minimum debt. Supporting scholars of all ages is our mental health team. They build relationships early with students and continue to support students and families throughout their entire time with us. They work closely with our family engagement team to teach parent workshops and make sure that the whole student is cared for. We at Rainier Scholars make a commitment to each and every one of our scholars and families. We will be with them through the ups and the downs and the challenges they encounter while pursuing a college degree. Rainier Scholars is closing the opportunity gap. 98% of our scholars are on college prep pathways at independent and public high schools. 99% of our high school seniors are accepted to four-year colleges and universities. And 91% of eligible scholars are on track to graduate college and surpass the national average of 65%. With hundreds of our alumni around the world making positive impact in their communities, we're continuously working to ensure that more students have access to high-quality education and opportunities to be successful. Looking to the future, it's your support and partnership that will help us get there. We envision a brighter future where together, we all thrive.
Before I introduce myself, I just want to shout out Camille and Mohammed for doing such an amazing job kicking things off tonight. We are so proud of you, and we can't wait to see you back up on this stage in 6 years when it's your turn to graduate from high school. Hello, everyone. My name is Jaslyn Quinn, and I'm so excited to be one of your co-MCs for this year's Rainier Scholars celebration. I am a senior at Eastside Prep, part of cohort 17. So proud to be repping my cohort tonight. I am on the Student Leadership Council, where I help plan school events, make posters, and co-lead assemblies on Mondays. I enjoy playing sports, whether that be soccer, basketball, or ultimate. And I'm a current student advisor for the scholars in cohort 24, guiding them through the academic enrichment phase. This fall, I plan to attend Seattle University. And joining me tonight as co-MC is Amir.
Thank you, Jaslyn. Hey everyone, I'm Amir Huggins, and I'm the other half of your MC duo tonight. I'm also in cohort 17 and a senior at Seattle Academy. I've lived with my mom, dad, and Rabbit, dancer, in West Seattle for over 15 years, where I've grown up biking and running track. I enjoy writing lyrics for modern rap and poetry, for which SAS has provided SAS Records. This fall, I plan to attend Union College and major in mechanical engineering. We're both super honored to be here on stage tonight, under the lights, celebrating 25 years of Rainier Scholars. This is definitely a big milestone moment for us. Tonight's all about honoring that journey, not just ours, but also our fellow grads and high school grads, college grads and high school grads. We've also got a ton of other scholars, over 40 in the room, 40 alumni in the room, and we're proud to follow in your footsteps tonight and hope to stand where you are someday. Big congrats to all of you.
In addition to all of the amazing scholars, families, and the alumni here tonight, we want to be able to give a huge shout out to our incredible table captains. Thanks to your energy and outreach, we have more than 1,100 people in the room tonight, our biggest crowd ever at a Rainier Scholars event. Thank you, table captains, for helping make this milestone moment happen. And thank you to everyone here tonight, both in person and tuning in online. We are so glad that you are a part of this celebration.
We also want to give a special thank you to our community and school partners. Your ongoing support helps make Rainier Scholars what it is, and we're so grateful. It means a lot to have so many of you with us here tonight. Thank you for being a part of this 25-year journey toward educational equity and for standing with us as we look ahead to the next 25.
Now, because we're gathered here in a space that's all about equity and justice, we want to begin with the acknowledgement of the land that we are on. We are currently on the ancestral land of the Duwamish, Squamish, Stillaguamish, and the land of the Muckleshoot peoples, land that was taken and never given back. We are grateful for their care of this land, past, present, and future, and we hope to continue honoring their legacy as we work here as guests.
The theme of this year's event is Milestone Moments. A milestone moment is a significant event or achievement that marks progress, growth, or transformation in a journey. For me, Rainier Scholars has been full of those. One milestone moment I'll never forget is when I graduated from the academic enrichment phase at one of Seattle University's reception halls. With the support of my family and friends, I felt the excitement of growing into a scholar who was fresh into middle school. And I know everyone here has their own moment like that. May it be a class that challenged you, or a teacher who believed in you, or the first time you wore a cap and gown. Personally, I'm counting down the days till graduation, and it still doesn't feel real.
Same here, Amir. Graduation feels like our biggest milestone yet. We've worked so hard to get here, and now we're looking ahead to the future full of possibility and a little uncertainty too. Rainier Scholars has helped me grow in so many ways, not just as a student, but as a person. I've learned how to speak up, how to keep going when things get hard, and what it means to be a woman of color in this world. I've learned that my voice matters, that all of our voices matter.
I agree. Rainier Scholars taught me how to be flexible with many moving pieces in my life, and how I choose moments that need more time or thought. While procrastination is a symptom of a busy life, I've set goals for projects and taken the advice to complete things even if they don't feel finished. Okay, Jaslyn, I've got a wild idea. We're about to talk about our milestone, or we talked about our milestone moments. What if we invited someone from the audience to share one of theirs?
Ooh, I love it. Should I just randomly pick someone? It'll be like giving a pop quiz.
Let's not stress anyone out. Maybe someone's already raising their hand.
Oh, look, someone over there, and they've already got a microphone. That's perfect.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Isalina Campbell Cronin, and I'm a Cohort 2 Rainier Scholar. One of my fondest memories from my time as a scholar was being greeted by Ms. Smith every single day with a loud and proud, "Good morning, Rainier Scholars!" and responding back at the top of my lungs, "Good morning, Ms. Smith." At the time, that just felt like an engaging way to start the day. But looking back, that moment, that excitement for education is what truly pushed me to pursue a career in education. As a second and third grade teacher, I channeled that energy every morning. Oh yeah, that's a hard job. Let's clap for that one. But in a true full circle milestone moment, I get to channel my inner Miss Smith as I serve now as the Director of Middle School Readiness for Rainier Scholars Tacoma. And I get to, thank you. And I get to bring that same energy every day that I greet our Tacoma scholars. And I see a few of our Tacoma scholars and families in the room tonight. So when I say 253, you say RST. 253? Now, even if you haven't been to Tacoma in a long time, you can chime in here. 253?
RST.
Thank you all for being here this evening. And cheers to another 25 years of supporting our scholars from the 206 to the 253. Thank you.
Thank you, Isalina, for sharing your experience as an alumni of Rainier Scholars, and you're on staff. How cool.
Now, I'm honored to introduce someone who's also celebrating a big milestone moment, our new CEO, Eddie Lincoln. He joined Rainier Scholars in October of 2024, and tonight he's here to share what his new role means to him and his hopes for the future. Please help me in welcoming Eddie to the stage.
Jaslyn and Amir, thank you for such a thoughtful introduction. You're exactly the reason why Rainier Scholars exist. Ladies and gentlemen, they're high school students hosting a gala of 1,200 people tonight. Please, let's give them another round of applause. As I stand here, I want to start this next 10 minutes off and be completely honest with you. I'm not Jaslyn and I'm not Amir. I am not as poised as they are tonight. As I was preparing this week, I can't lie, I was very nervous when I heard it was going to be 1,200 people in the audience. My wife, being the lovely soul that she is, has been encouraging all week. Honey, just speak from the heart. You're better when you just speak from the heart. Don't worry about the script. I have a message from my wife right now. Honey, the heart is nervous. Yet what calms those nerves is knowing that I'm not speaking to a crowd, but I'm standing in my community. A community of educators, a community of teachers, supporters, old friends and new friends who come together from all walks of life and nationalities, yet we're united under one conviction, that every student through Seattle and Tacoma and beyond has the power to thrive academically, excel in college, and pursue whatever life dreams they so choose. Tonight is a tribute to everyone who's made that belief a reality, especially the visionary leaders who built this organization, who expanded this organization, and paved the way for me to stand in front of you tonight. It's also possible because of the incredible sponsors, all 56 of them, who helped make tonight possible, like our presenting sponsor, Amazon. Matt Griffin and Evelyn Rosner. And our valedictorian sponsor, Mortensen Construction. You all have continuously demonstrated to our students and families and our staff that they matter. And by the way, this beautiful new structure we're in here, Matt Griffin led the team that designed and built this. Please give Matt another round of applause. Beautiful environment we have here tonight. And let's give a round of applause for all of our sponsors. On behalf of our staff, our board, the families, we thank you for your contributions and really believing in the future of Rainier Scholars. My spirit, determination, and love of community is fueled by my South Seattle upbringing. Growing up there, I was surrounded by families of all nationalities, languages, and traditions. We didn't have much in the way of wealth in the 80s and 90s growing up there, but we were rich in love, culture, and resilience. And on top of it, we had the constant support that a close-knit community can provide a young person like myself. Joining Rainier Scholars last October felt like a homecoming of sorts, a chance to stand up for kids much like myself, for the neighbors that I had, and the friends that I grew up with, many of which are here tonight after nearly 30 years of friendship. My way of giving back to a community that's done so much for me over the years is to pay it forward, to make sure the next generation of scholars have the opportunities we did not have, and to make sure they're not defined by their family's education level, their social economic status, but defined by their hard work, their brilliance, their heart that they possess. What makes leading Rainier Scholars so meaningful to me is the bold vision of our founder, Bob Horbutz, over 25 years ago. Bob was inspired by the book, A Hope in the Unseen, and the work of Prep for Prep in New York City. Bob set out to change the game for kids in South Seattle who were far too overlooked in our community. From the first cohort of students who opened acceptance letters 15 years ago to launching our Tacoma program in 2022, this organization has continued to grow and expand to meet the needs of our scholars and our communities in Seattle and Tacoma. Yet, none of this would be possible without Bob and the early leaders who believed in his vision, invested their time and resources to make Bob's dream a reality. Board members like Gary Giglio, Tom Ellison, Ed Taylor, Mary Kerr, John Snyder, Gary Young, Leslie Higgins, Christina Bellafiore, Gail Ransom, Andy Jassy, and Xander Dorosky. On top of that, this organization had some phenomenal early leaders, like former ED Sarah Smith, Ronnie Cunningham, Susie Wu, Christy Drake, Mary Bristow, who we all know, and Mr. Drago Little. There's been countless community leaders who supported this organization. I see Mr. Gregory Davis here, who was instrumental in the early years, and Harvey Drake and Andrea Drake, who are not with us, but their son Terrence here in attendance tonight. I thank each of you for your work. You've given hope to hundreds, soon to be thousands of kids, much like myself. Little Eddie, who knew deeply the power of being seen, believed in and loved, and told he could do anything. I see my staff has jokes tonight. Okay. We now have a chance to build on the future that has been laid before us. We can build the next generation of scholars from 5th grade through college who could be the next doctors, lawyers, businessmen or women, and hopefully world leaders. This work matters now more than ever. Our nation's educational system faces real threats. We must stay grounded in our conviction that education has the power to shape lives, grow communities that we live in now. Each of us in this room have been shaped by our education. We carry with us the memory of those who saw our potential, challenged us, and opened doors that we did not know existed. I ask you to hold true to that memory and let it fuel you to action, because at Rainier Scholars, we are all in. And we need each and every one of you in this room to be all in with us. In 25 years, we have seen what's possible when we come together as a community. Our greatest strength is our collective action. It's how we uplift our scholars and we break down barriers. It's a reminder, even with all of our differences, we still have so much in common. And we're better when we're united as one. Each of us in this room has a unique power, the power to make a true difference in our community. And if you don't believe me, please look at the scholars in the room tonight, the incredible people who are here, the alumni who are here tonight, who've been directly impacted by your generosity over the last 25 years, and the amazing Rainier Scholars staff over the last 25 years. Please. At this time, I would like to invite all of our high school scholars to please stand up and stay standing. Absolutely. Our college scholars who are home on summer break, please stand up. Our alumni who are here tonight, please stand and represent all your hard work. Absolutely. Stay standing. Rainier Scholars is also supported by a fabulous board. We have 22 amazing individuals who dedicate their time and energy to help this organization move forward. Can I have our board please stand up? And last but not least, I would love all of my staff in the room to please stand. These are the people who make Rainier Scholars Rainier Scholars. They bring their dedication and passion every single day and show up for our kids in our community. Please. Please look around the room. Each of us has contributed to Rainier Scholars over the last 25 years. We are the community we want to see, united and invested in building an equitable future for all of our young people in our community. Please have a seat. I'll end here. Thank you all for being a part of this incredible community. I'm excited about what's ahead for our organization with a committed group of people like we have here tonight. The future is bright, our scholars are ready, and honestly, after a speech like this, how can you not be fired up for the next 25 years of Rainier Scholars? Just so you know, I did not write that last line. Now it's my absolute pleasure to introduce you to Kim Chi-Chuck, a Cohort 1 alumni and a doctor at Health Point. Thank you for your support. Hey, my friend.
Thank you, Eddie. My name is Kim Chi-Chuck, and yes, I get to brag about being a Rainier Scholars Cohort 1 alum. I'm now also a family medicine doctor and the CTAC clinical director at Health Point, an organization with multiple community health centers serving uninsured and underinsured communities throughout King County. Tonight, thank you. Tonight, I get the honor of honoring Bob, the founder of Rainier Scholars. Some of you know him and his half Goofy movie, half Santa Claus, full belly laugh very well. And some of you have not had the luck to experience Bob. So let me tell you about the Bob that I know. To set expectations, this is not a roast. I'm not funny enough. I am, however, very sentimental. So forgive me if I have a hard time getting through this. So I've known Bob since I was 11, over 2 decades now. And the best way that I can explain Bob is that he is the constant, the one you know you can always rely on. You see, a Rainier Scholars journey starts with the academic enrichment phase. Multiple summers in a classroom immersed in mathematics, history, literature, science. A tough sell for an 11-year-old. But I remember Bob every morning standing by the buses, giving each of us a high five and a big smile, setting the tone every morning. And I remember at the end of the day, Bob waiting with me as the last kid to get picked up. I also remember a very stern look on his face once, and I don't exactly remember what I did to warrant that look, but I know that it meant he cared. And I'm sure it came with some words of wisdom that a teenage me did not yet fully understand. For a kid whose parents were busy working to make ends meet, Bob became my secondary dad. So when I graduated college as the first in my family, and my family couldn't come, Bob flew all the way to Smith College in Massachusetts to be my family. And even now, when we get together for our annual brunch, he is determined to pay, even on his own birthday. And even though I'm kind of a fully grown adult who's married with children of my own, and I know he remembers I'm married because I asked him to officiate my wedding. His partnership with Sue is an inspiration for my own marriage. You see, while it was Bob who was so inspired after reading a book about a young student's journey, so much so that he flew to New York City to see Prep for Prep in action, and then spent years before any of us even stepped into a classroom to turn that into a reality in Seattle, it was Sue who believed in him and supported him. And if you know Bob, you know he's the first person to give credit where credit is due. So, everyone, let's first give a round of applause for Sue. And now, back to Bob, the man with the vision who did way more than just dream. He was the catalyst for me, my cohort, and every cohort since to fulfill our own dreams. So please join me in welcoming to the stage my secondary dad and founder of Rainier Scholars, Bob Hurlbut.
Very important. Listen to these next 4 words. Next 4 words sums up a whole lot. Thank you, Dr. Chuck. Okay, brief remarks, but I do have to tell a story because Kimchi, thank you so much for mentioning Sue. I have said over the years, literally, if Sue doesn't say yes, none of this happens. And there was a time in this Rainier Scholars journey where I had been working for a nonprofit, but the organization, the money ran out. And so there was no more salary coming in. And I went to Sue and I said, hey, how about we live off our 401k? which we did for 8 months. And you know what my wife did? She went out and got a job that provided health benefits just in case, because she realized a 401k, there are no medical benefits. So she kind of hedged her bets and said yes at the same time. So thanks, sweetheart. Throughout the years, people have often come up to me and said, Rainier Scholars, you must be so proud. And although I will admit to a little bit of pride, pride's not the word I always use. I always kind of do a quick correction and say the word I use is gratitude and being grateful. Because I believed even in the beginning that if we did our job right, this is what was supposed to happen 25 years later. And when I say we, I'm talking about the partnership between two partners. On one hand, you have the families. Families who have dreams, who have hopes, who have aspirations for their children. One of which is having a college education that will launch them to a brighter future. On the other half, you have the staff and the board who said, we want what you want. Let's make it happen together. And that sounds great, and we are all agreed upon the goal. But in the early days, you can imagine with cohort 1, we didn't have 24 cohorts in front of us. And so we had to figure out as partners, although we wanted the same thing, how do we make it work? Because Rainier Scholars is a huge responsibility and time commitment and burden to families because of the 1,500 hours and everything that's expected. But we were ready to go. We had the staff. Sarah had recruited a great team of teachers. We had Susie Wu, Ronnie Cunningham, a little bit later on, Nikki Stein, and we were ready to go. But the thing we had to do in every partnership is build trust. And so we looked at the families as our job was to guide them and to provide the tools so that their child could accomplish their dreams. And we did it step by step. And we built a trust, just like you would in any relationship, by never making a promise you can't keep, by always being on time, by always being prepared, never pretending you knew something when you didn't know. And so with families and the commitment, we would build that trust with each cohort day after day, time after time, crisis after crisis, to get their child to where they were supposed to be. And when I think about the crisis on the families, you can only imagine the crisis on the students. Because here you are at 11 years old, and you're doing well in public school, and somebody says your reward for doing that is you get to go to school for 6.5 weeks in the summertime, and you get 8 hours of classes. And to boot, we're going to give you 3 hours of homework every night. You can imagine that wasn't well received by a lot of our scholars. Still isn't. You find a scholar tonight who hasn't thought about quitting during the 14-month academic program, you get $10 from me. The truth is, though, the sacrifice and the partnership, to me, the stars have always been the families because they're putting our trust in us to get them to achieve their goals. And for the students during the summertime, I don't know, I've said it to every cohort. I would say to them, what's the difference between a fact and a feeling? And it wasn't a trick question, and a student would respond, well, a fact is something that's true, and a feeling is just something I feel and feel it. And I go, right. Because if you're at 10 or 11 years old, and it's 75 degrees in the summertime, and your brother and sister get to go to the beach, and you have to be in chemistry, there's a lot of feelings. And I would say to the students, you are absolutely right about being mad, being upset. That's okay. Feelings come with being a Rainier Scholar. But the fact is, every day, every assignment you complete, you are getting closer to your dreams. You are achieving it yourself. You are getting yourself there by completing your homework. And you do it piece by piece, step by step. So the feelings are real, but so are the facts. And now, 25 years later, the facts are very real. I know of, we're coming up on cohort 13's college graduation. And as of today, 415 college graduates, with hundreds more in the pipeline. And that doesn't even count for the family members who have gone on to college because an older brother and older sister did that. And in those 415 college graduates, I know of 11 MDs. I know of 5 PhDs. I know of multiple advanced degrees, lawyers, software engineers, teachers, education. This was supposed to happen. And I'm really grateful. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Bob. On behalf of Rainier Scholars, past, present, and future, we are so grateful for you.
Seriously, 25 years ago, Bob had a vision. Now, we're standing here with over 370 alum who've graduated college and 650 scholars in Seattle and Tacoma following that same path. That's legacy. Amir, I think it's time for another audience milestone moment. See anyone out there with a raised hand?
Oh yeah, I see someone. Let's hear from a college scholar, Jeremy. Right over there.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. My name is Jeremy, and I am currently a student at Western Washington University and a cohort 12 scholar. And I was just thinking, on the theme of milestone moments, all the little things that have added up to actually, just college graduation. And one particular moment stands out to me, and that was the opportunity to get to learn how to fly a plane, and specifically a Cessna 172, and this was in Arizona, and it was an opportunity that Rainier Scholars gave to a couple of scholars, and it was a truly wonderful experience. And without a doubt, that experience certainly fueled my curiosity and my passion to just really understand how things work at a fundamental level. And I think that's one of the main reasons that I'm actually nearing on finishing my bachelor's in physics. So yeah, just wanted to give a shout out to the program. Thank you for all the support, and yeah, thank you.
Wow, Jeremy, that's pretty fly. It's so great to hear more of your milestone moments.
Up next, we've got a special video featuring familiar faces from the past 25 years of Rainier Scholars. Let's take a look.
The whole idea of Rainier Scholars came about from reading a book back in the spring of 1999. The book's title was A Hope in the Unseen. And in that book, it mentioned a program in New York City. The name of the program is Prep for Prep, and that turned into a trip to New York City. I spent 3 days there, met with 17 different staff people. My head was full of ideas and came back to Seattle, and here we are today. I knew that in moving forward, I had to start talking to people and bouncing the idea off. And the first people I talked with were folks that I had known for 20 years, members of a black church down in Rainier Valley called Emerald City Bible Fellowship. The pastor there and I had worked for the same nonprofit many years ago, and they were the first people I talked to because I went to the community first to see if they liked the idea and if this was really something worth doing. And so I just began with Harvey and Andrea, and from then I started setting up meetings with other people, and it really was 14 months of market research, of just talking to folks and seeing if, one, they liked the idea and if it had legs and was something that was needed in our community.
Rainier Scholars has evolved tremendously over the last 25 years. We began serving students in the summer of 2002, 70 to 75 intrepid young fifth graders who put their trust in an unknown program, and now we have over 1,000 students and families that have been impacted, and that number is growing every single year. Rainier Scholars has instilled within me a belief that if we commit as a community and as a society to truly offering the kinds of opportunities that some kids get to all students and all children, we will have a fundamentally more equal, equitable, and just society.
So I got into this elementary school through the ESL, or the English as a Secondary Language program. Spoke Tonglish, if that's even a word. A little bit of Tong, a little bit of English. But I found that I was really good with numbers. And so that's, I guess, how Rainier Scholars found me. I wasn't really cut out to join Rainier Scholars at first. My math was there, but my reading, language arts, history, that wasn't fully there. But there was a day during the recruitment phase where Bob actually came out to see my family. It's funny because after him coming over and taking a chance on me and taking a chance on our family and accepting me into the program, I guess that's why I'm so emotional, because there's a lot that I thank Rainier Scholars for in my life. It's amazing how much impact just that one decision had on my life was. It led to me getting a college degree, me finding a career in engineering, me helping out my little brother and my little sister find their ways through private school and into college, and it's led to us realizing the dream that my parents had when they first came here.
I think Rainier Scholars is so special because we've spent about 12 years since I've started with Rainier Scholars, just kind of like navigating life, navigating like school, and kind of like the dreams and career aspirations that we have as students. All throughout my Rainier Scholars career, I was one of the kids in the class who did not like to talk in seminar, and they would have to like physically call on me to make me talk. Shout out to Mr. Little for pushing me to step out of my comfort zone and always believing in me. I think they built up the outgoing person that I am now, which is a big change because I'm shy Lynn, so yeah.
Mi nombre es Moe, estoy en Rainier Scholars Tacoma y estoy en el segundo cohorte. I think I remember a bit of the first week that I was in Rainier Scholars. I was really frustrated because they would like give homework every day, and I wasn't used to this, and my parents just like tell me to try my hardest because in a week I would maybe be comfortable with it. In a week or two, I was really comfortable and I knew what I was doing. The topic that we're doing in Lit, what the American Dream is. So, in my opinion, what I put for my American Dream is to, I forgot. Oh, my American Dream was that you could do anything and it doesn't matter what race you are. All that matters is that you should have to be confident so you could go ahead on what your dream is. It feels great to reach maybe a bit higher of my potential, and it just feels really exciting to what I could accomplish in the future.
What's at the heart of Rainier Scholars is love, commitment to something bigger than themselves, and believing in the potential of every single young person. And I feel very blessed and fortunate to be a part of this organization. United Negro College Fund saying is a mind is a terrible thing to waste. one mind is terrible to waste, because that one mind may be the doctor that comes up with a way to save your life. That one mind may be that college professor that inspires the next generation of leaders. We cannot afford in our society, in our community, to waste one mind, and that is at the heart of Rainier Scholars.
The power of opportunity is to have choice and agency in one's life, to do work that you're passionate about, that you love to do, to have the credentials that qualify you for that work, to do work that you decide will impact the community and the greater world in a way that you want to impact them. The value of an opportunity gives freedom, truly, I believe. I mean, let's go back to Frederick Douglass, one of the first texts we teach in the Rainier Scholars program. Education is freedom. True that.
And so when you look at something like Rainier Scholars, remember, it's education-based, it's fact-based. It's not based on just feelings and like, isn't this too bad? This is a result of a DEI initiative. No, we've been doing this for 25 years. And the idea is taking students who show promise in the classroom and giving them access. And as a result of your investment in them, you are changing your own community, even though you may not know their name, even though you've never met their parents. By your gift, by your contribution, by your investment, you've changed not just the life of that student, their family, but your own life, because it's the community that you live in as well.
Good evening, everyone. Let's give another round of applause for that video. That was an awesome video. Okay. Hello, Rainier Scholars community. Welcome to this joyous occasion. My name is Marla Santiago, and this is my daughter, Nawani Santiago. We are deeply honored to be here tonight to celebrate the 25th anniversary of Rainier Scholars. Nawani is part of cohort 18, along with Malaya from cohort 16 and Azania from cohort 21. A real family tree of scholars here. 25 years is such an incredible milestone for this organization, and it speaks volumes about its commitment to empowering young people. Tonight, we want to share some of those milestone moments, those pivotal moments in our lives that have shaped us and our relationship. And I want to give a special shout out to my incredible husband, Damalan, who has been our rock through it all. This journey is just as much his as it is ours, and we couldn't have done it without his love and support.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I am a proud junior at University Preparatory Academy, and it's an absolute thrill to be a part of this grand celebration. It's truly an honor to be here tonight celebrating 25 years of Rainier Scholars. Looking around this room, I see many faces embodying hope, resilience, and an unwavering belief in a brighter future. It feels a little like standing at the edge of a huge, thriving garden. Every single person here has planted something, nurtured something, fought to make something grow. And standing here with my mom, well, it feels like the perfect way to commemorate this milestone for Rainier Scholars and us.
Milestones. They're not just about the destination, but the wild roller coaster ride to get there. For me, a milestone moment isn't just about achieving a goal. It's about growth you experience along the way. It's a turning point where you realize you've become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's a marker of progress, not just in terms of accomplishments, but in terms of personal development. When Awani was accepted into Rainier Scholars, it wasn't just her life that changed, it transformed all of ours. We realized this was an opportunity, a pathway, one that we couldn't have imagined otherwise. We knew it would be a challenging but rewarding journey. For me, milestones aren't just the big wins. They're the messy, hilarious, and sometimes tear-stained stepping stones you don't always realize are important until you're looking back.
And challenging it was. Do you remember those long nights studying, Mom? The endless applications, the pressure to succeed. It felt overwhelming at times, but you were always there, encouraging me and believing in me, even when I doubted myself.
And you, my dear, persevered. You displayed incredible strength and determination. I learned so much from you too, watching you navigate the complexities of a rigorous academic environment helped me understand the importance of advocating for your needs as well as the needs for other students like you. Because you were doing something extraordinary, watching you work so hard, even when it felt impossible, taught me more strength than any adult ever could. It wasn't just you growing, it was us growing together.
One milestone that shaped our relationship was when I was struggling so hard to find my footing freshman year in math class. I remember one day I came home feeling absolutely defeated. I had studied weeks in advance to prepare to do amazing on this test, and I felt completely flat on my face. All I wanted to do was come home to you and talk about it. I wanted the opportunity to explain myself before you saw the bad grade, so I could lessen the trouble I thought I would be in. But instead of yelling at me or lecturing me, you hugged me, you told me it wasn't my fault, and yes, I would get into a good college. In the end, you recommended that I reach out to Miss Sadler for the math help that I so desperately needed. Hi, Miss Sadler. That moment, it strengthened our bond. I realized I wasn't alone because I had my mom, my dad, and the entire Rainier Scholars community behind me.
And just like Nwani, I've had my second act, going back to school through College Unbound while balancing work, parenting, and thank you. While balancing work, parenting, and pretending to know how Google Classroom works. Spoiler, I don't. There wasn't one specific spark, but a burning desire to show Nwani that learning is a lifelong journey, and it's never too late to pursue your dreams. I decided it was time for me to embrace my own potential and be a role model for my daughter. Just as Rainier Scholars gave you the resources and encouragement you needed to succeed, College Unbound has provided me with the flexibility and support to complete my education while raising a family and working full-time. I plan to graduate next spring with a BA in Organizational Leadership and Change.
It's true. And you know what? It wasn't easy for either of us. We've both faced challenges, but we've learned that with the right tools and a strong support system, anything is possible. Rainier Scholars taught me that success just isn't a personal achievement, it's a responsibility. A torch you carry to pass on to others, and I'm proud to be a part of that chain, lifting up the next generation just like others lifted me. And this year is extra special because my mom and I are both graduating. Next spring, she'll be graduating from college, and I'll be graduating from high school. It's going to be one heck of a celebration.
The program's milestone moments over the past 25 years are truly inspiring. From the first class of scholars to the thousands that have followed, each one has a story of triumph and growth. We've seen scholars go to attend prestigious universities, become leader in their fields, and give back to their communities.
Rainier Scholars taught me the importance of giving back. They instilled in me a responsibility to use my education and opportunities to uplift others. I am proud to be in this position to be able to give back to younger scholars and help make that difference. And Mom, I'm so proud of you for your dedication to our family, your community involvement, and your resilience.
And I am immensely proud of the young women you have become. You are compassionate, driven, and determined to make a world a better place. As for advice, I would tell anyone facing similar milestones to embrace the challenges, lean on your support system, and never lose sight of your dreams. Remember, you are not alone. The lessons we've learned from Rainier Scholars have become part of our family's fabric. We both learned that with hard work and perseverance, we could achieve our dreams regardless of our past struggles.
That's why tonight is so important. As we reflect on the past 25 years, we're not just looking back at what's been accomplished, but looking forward to the next 25. We're investing in futures of students who, like me, may have once doubted their abilities, but now have the support to excel. The next milestone I hope to achieve is high school and college graduation. I hope that our story shows other families that even when things get tough, with hard work and support, anything is possible. My advice would be that you should never give up. And people have your back when you need support. So, if you're at the beginning of your journey tonight, hear this. Keep planting, even when it's hard, even when you feel like the only thing growing is your stress. One day, you'll look up and you realize you built something beautiful, strong, and completely yours.
Thank you, Rainier Scholars, for investing in us, believing in us, and empowering us to reach our full potential. Here's to the next 25 years of changing lives, one milestone at a time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Merla and Nuwani, for sharing your stories with all of us. You both were amazing. Let's give them a huge round of applause. To all the parents and caregivers in the room, thank you. Hi, Dad. Thank you. Rainier Scholars is a family commitment, and we know that none of this would be possible without you, your support, your sacrifices, and your belief in us. It means the world.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. All right, we've got time for one milestone moment, one more milestone moment. Anyone else out there ready to share? Yes, I see one of our founding board members, Ed Taylor, standing up.
Yeah, this catches me by surprise. I had no doubt that there would be a day when Amir and Nuwani, that you would be on a stage like this, and there'd be a story of a mother that committed to a daughter, and that you'd be on this journey. I had no doubt that Amir and Jaslyn, that you'd imagine you on a stage, and you are. Where's Bob? I met Bob in 2000, and I must admit I was frowning when I was asked to meet with Bob. Because the dean of the College of Education, I was a lowly assistant professor in it, and the dean reached out and said, there's a guy who has an idea about a program for kids of color. And he wants to talk to somebody, he wants to get something started. And I said to the dean, I said, have him take a number and get in line of people who have good ideas. And I said, Pat, what I really think you're asking me to do is to wait a year or two and clean up after. And Bob came by, and Bob started talking about what he did. And I just wanted to look him in the eye, and I wanted to see, are you the kind of dude that's going to go to church and ask permission? Are you the kind of dude that's going to go to nonprofit organizations and go into the streets and get commitment? Are you that kind of guy? Are you that kind of guy when they grow up and eventually become adults? Are you going to fly to Massachusetts and hug them? Will you show up at their wedding? Are you that kind of guy? And after an hour with Bob, I was convinced that I wanted to be on that journey. And shortly after, I met a person who, John Moorfield, John, a friend and educator, said that perhaps the best educator in the state of Washington is Sarah Smith, and I encountered Sarah. Gregory Davis, I don't think Gregory's in the room, but Gregory was in Rainier Beach then. Gregory is in Rainier Beach now. He is a man of the community, and I met Gregory. Met Brett and Janine Jones, who decided to weigh in, and a group of us, along with Gary Giglio, flew to New York. And that's when the gravity really set in for me, and that's when I really had doubts, because we met a collection of kids from the Bronx. We met kids from New York. And we saw that they had started in 1978 and they were still going in 2001. And then I realized that there's an ethical issue here, because if we make a promise to fifth graders and we stay in this 2 or 3 years, that at its core is an unethical thing to do. We will be wrong, it will be unjust, and it will be unethical. And that threw me into a bit of a crisis, because I thought, when we fly home, are we the kind of people that are really going to be in this over time? Tom Ellison joined the board, and that changed things. Tom is in the room. Good Lord. We had our first board meeting, and we had a second board meeting in 2001 in June. And then by the second board meeting, September 11th happened. And then we were faced with the question, are we the kind of people that will stay in this? Do we have reason to stay on this journey now? Because there are other things that we can be about. And I wondered, are we the kind of people in this community? Because I had no doubt about the kids. I knew that if you called on families and called on kids, that they were going to be on the journey. But I wondered whether we were the kind of community that would 5, 10, 15, 20 years later still be in the journey, still be in the room where it's supposed to happen. I wondered. I even wondered, cynical as I might be, when we as a nation begin doubting whether commitments to racial justice and diversity and equity, will we stay on the journey? Because there's every reason to stop, because this gets really, really difficult. I thought, are we that kind of people that will still show up? And so the journey has continued. I don't know if I can call out a single milestone moment, but Sarah, you invoked Frederick Douglass, and people have heard me invoke W.B. Du Bois, because he said at the turn of the century, of all the civil rights freedoms that we've fought for in the last 250 to 300 years, the right to learn, the right to do this, is one that we must fight for to the last ditch. I guess my milestone moment would be this, that I can't believe I'm in a room with 1,200 people that have walked in, under these circumstances, up for the fight to carry on this journey, so that we can all imagine ourselves someday flying to Wisconsin and congratulating some new position. So my milestone moment is being in a room with all of you 25 years later, when the winds are blowing against us and we're in here together. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much for sharing your perspective, Ed. We're so grateful for your wisdom and leadership.
Yes. Thank you, Ed, for sharing a milestone moment with us. Amir, I just thought of something cool. 5 years from now, we'll be sitting at the alumni table. Tonight, we're lucky to be joined by over 40 alumni, including someone who inspires us both, Ida Cater. She's a Rainier Scholars Cohort 1 alum, a member of our Board of Trustees, and she works at the Gates Foundation. Please help me in welcoming Ida to the stage.
Good evening. My name is Ida Cater, and I am both a board member and alum of Cohort 1. It is such a joy to be here tonight with all of you, champions of a program that, quite honestly, changed the trajectory of my life. In elementary school, I had already started to believe I wasn't very good at school. I was far more interested in art, cartoons, and I was very committed to not doing homework. One day, my 5th grade teacher pulled me aside before recess and asked, "Ida, you haven't turned in any homework. What's going on?" And I, feeling very clever, replied, "Well, when you assign homework, you say please, and please makes it optional, so I choose not to do it." I thought I had found a homework loophole. That summer, I joined the very first cohort of Rainier Scholars. And let me tell you, there were no homework loopholes. There were unprepareds, a academic warning for showing up to class without your homework done. What I found that summer was much more than an academic experience. I found people who believed in me, who saw potential in me, maybe before I saw it in myself. And I came out of that summer with a new belief. I am good at school, and school is worth it. That belief, planted and nurtured by Rainier Scholars, has shaped every chapter of my life since. And that belief is why I'm here tonight to ask you to give. Because belief is powerful, and this program, this community of which you are all part, changes lives, not just with resources, but with relationship and rigor and relentless support. If you believe that education is the greatest equalizer, that talent is everywhere, but opportunity is not, and if you believe in the impact of this program over the last 25 years and into the future, now is your moment to give. At your table, you have a giving card and a few easy ways to donate. You can scan the QR code to make a gift or a pledge, or you can fill out the back of your card to give by check or credit card. Table captains will collect your completed giving cards. We are so deeply grateful for your support. We'll take a few minutes now for everyone to give, both here in the room and at home, and then we'll celebrate our incredible high school and college graduates. Thank you for believing in Rainier Scholars.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving generously to support the Rainier Scholars journey from 5th grade through college graduation. My name is Kyla Davison-Simby, and I am the Seattle Executive Director.
Thank you.
And hello, my name is Jennifer Ward, and I'm the Executive Director for our Tacoma program. Thank you! Is Tacoma in the house? 253, okay, I feel the love. So this is literally one of my favorite parts of this event, where we get to celebrate our graduates. And between Kyla and I, we have seen some graduates.
Yes.
Between the two of us, we have worked at Rainier Scholars collectively for 30 years.
Whew. I know, can you believe it?
We look good, right?
Yes.
We have seen hundreds of high school grads and also college graduates.
Oh my goodness, you are so right, Jennifer. And Rainier Scholars has been such a joyful place to be. I am constantly so proud of our scholars and families and those that I've had the opportunity to support over the years. And it's milestone moments like tonight that bring a smile to my face, where I see a student that I met 8 years ago as a shy 5th grader, now on stage graduating from high school and embarking on their college journey.
Girl. Kim Chi, who was just up here, I was her academic counselor when she first started her Rainier Scholars journey many years ago, and now she's a whole doctor.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't get better than that. And it's because of me, right?
Right. All right, Jennifer, we better get on with the show. We could reminisce and ham it up for days. It's about time that we honor our 2025 graduates. And so high school graduates and college graduates, can you please rise and make your way to the front of the room? Yes. And graduates, you will notice that Rainier Scholars alumni, along with Taylor Wong from presenting sponsor Amazon, have made an epic high five line to welcome you on stage. So make your way that way, come around here. And now, let's meet our 2025 graduates. Woo! You come on up. Oh, okay. So graduates, as you're coming up on stage, high schoolers, you're gonna be over by Miss Jennifer, and college grads, you'll be over here on this side of the stage. Okay, come on up. Come on.
Don't fall off the stage. Watch the back. Don't fall off the stage.
So many of you.
So alumni, Amazon, thank you so much for showering our graduates with a high five line. Give them some love, y'all.
Woo, thank you.
You can go back to your seats. Thank you, thank you. And now, oh, I'm sorry, is this your part?
No, you got it.
Okay. So while everyone returns to your seats, oh, I did want to let you know, I'm sorry, I'm so caught up in the moment. High five lines, this is an important tradition, a long-standing tradition of Rainier Scholars. When students are coming in, Kimchi referred to this earlier, we greet them with high fives. We want them to start the day with excitement and a proper welcome. We also do this as a send-off sometimes, just for a job well done. So this was an important tradition you all got to witness tonight, in the dark. Maybe you couldn't really see it, but it happened. Yes, it was great. And so now we're going to meet some of our 2025 graduates. And as a reminder, the graduates on stage represent a portion of the total graduating class. It's a really busy time for scholars, and so thank you all so much for making the time to join us here tonight. So we're going to start with our high school grads. And so if you would please briefly introduce yourself. Go ahead, Jaslyn.
Hello, long time no see. My name is Jocelyn, and I'm excited for the newfound friends and opportunities that college will bring.
And I'm excited for spending the next 4 years in Schenectady, New York.
Hello, my name is Faniel. I'm a senior at the Bush School, and next year I plan on studying business at Foster.
I'm Betsimona Alamshoa. I'm a senior at Lakeside High School, and I plan on studying political science at the University of Pennsylvania.
I'm Abdullah Kebe. I'm a senior at the Bush School, and I plan on studying international relations at the University of Washington.
I'm Afamea Adinka. I go to University Prep, and I'm planning on going to University of Washington for psychology.
Hello, my name is Batanya Baharu. I go to University Prep, and I plan on studying kinesiology at Seattle University.
Hi, my name is Tensei Desi. I go to UPrep as well, and I'm planning on studying civil engineering at Northeastern University.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Van. I'm a senior at UPrep as well. I plan on studying chemistry at the UW.
Hi, my name is Andrea Parada. I go to Taiyi High School, and I plan on studying atmospheric data science at the University of Washington.
Hello, my name is Jose Delgado Ramirez. I will be graduating from the Northwest School, and I plan on studying business at Seattle University.
Hello, my name is Reem Morede. I go to Ode High School, and I will study finance at Seattle University.
Hello, my name is Osric Trinity. I go to Seattle Academy, and I plan on studying applied mathematics at Seattle University.
Sorry, I'm stuffed. My name is Alex Vargas Reed. I'm currently a senior at Granite Falls High School, and I will be attending Seattle University for mechanical engineering.
My name is Luis Nakamoto. I'm a senior at Mount Rainier High School, and I'll be studying psychology at Central Washington University.
My name is Diana Cortez Amezcua. I'm also a senior at Mount Rainier High School, and I'll be studying psychology at Seattle University.
My name is Edwin, and I'm a senior at the Bush School, and I plan to study engineering at the University of Washington.
Hi, my name is Jenny Lee. I'm currently a senior at Lindbergh High School, and I'm going to go to Seattle U to study pre-science.
Hi, I'm Catherine Enriquez, and I will be graduating from Forest Ridge School of the Sacred Heart, and in the fall, I'll be attending Columbia University, studying political science.
Hello, my name is Lydia Amata, and I will be studying biochemistry at Wesley College this upcoming fall.
You all are amazing. Congratulations. One more hand for all of the graduates on the stage. High school, it's a big deal. We're so proud of you. And now, we also have some of our college graduates joining us from colleges and universities from all over the country. We have a subset. It's a much larger group, but they're everywhere around the country. These are the ones who could join us today. And so, same as before, I know we always want to clap in between, but you can hold your applause if you can help it, and we'd love to hear from you all.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Garcia. I will be graduating from Western Washington University with a physics bachelor's, and I am looking forward to finding work in the power industry.
Hi, I'm Tito Rios Viche, and I graduated from Seattle University with a degree in kinesiology, and I'm hoping to become a physical therapist in the future.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kayla Santos. I will be graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology from Seattle University, and I will be pursuing my Master's in Counseling also at Seattle University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Leslie Kamoto. I'm graduating from UW Seattle with a degree in geography. If anyone's hiring, please let me know. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Shylene Rodriguez, graduating from Seattle University with a degree in kinesiology. Future plans is becoming a mental health counselor for youth athletes.
Hi, my name is Donahue Torres Marquez. I'm graduating from the University of Chicago with a major in psychology and a minor in gender and sexuality studies.
Hi, my name is Andrew Bonilla. I'll be graduating from the University of Washington with a Bachelor's of Arts in History, and I'm looking forward to not being jobless anymore.
Hi, I'm Victor Garcia. I graduated from UW with a major in political science and a minor in Spanish, and I'm looking forward to, getting a job, HR possibly. We'll figure it out on the way, yeah.
Are they not incredible? Are they not Okay, incredible? now let's hear it Give for it up, these give it up. So congratulations again. You all are epic. You're epic. Thank you. Yes. So as we bring this unforgettable night to a close, we want to thank you for being here to celebrate 25 years of Rainier Scholars and the powerful milestone moments that have shaped this journey. We began tonight with the bright energy of our middle schoolers, reminding us of where so many of our scholars start, with curiosity, potential, and dreams. And then Jaslyn and Amir, our poised and wonderful high school senior MCs, carried us through this evening with confidence and heart, proof of what belief, opportunity, and hard work can create. We also welcomed our new CEO and my friend, Eddie Lincoln, hey, whose words remind us that education has the power to shape lives and strengthen communities. And his belief in this work honors the foundation that's been laid and points us boldly toward the future. We also paid tribute to my good friend Bob Hurlbut, the visionary who imagined Rainier Scholars and all that it could be. So thank you, Bob. And also thank you, Kim Chi, for reminding us just how deeply Bob's impact still reigns true today. Merla and Nuwani, your story moved us all. Didn't it move us? Yeah. The love, the strength, the perseverance that you all shared tonight truly embodies Rainier Scholars. And you represent the very milestones that define this community, so thank you. And Ida, another one of my advisees, because I'm 82 years old, representing Cohort 1, representing our Board of Trustees, gave voice to the future of Rainier Scholars, reminding us that our commitment to this work must not waver. And of course, one of the most powerful moments tonight was seeing our high school and college graduates on stage. You are the promise that Rainier Scholars was founded on. And as we reflect on this milestone moment, we look back with immense gratitude. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that it has been the honor of Jennifer and my lifetimes to walk alongside so many of you, students, families, partners, supporters, and staff, as we build this community together. This work has always been about all of us, and that is how we build upon Bob's vision for the next 25 years. So tonight, dear friends, dear supporters, we say thank you. Thank you for the memories, thank you for the impact, and thank you for believing what's possible. Let's keep making these milestone moments together. Thank you and good night. Yeah. Picture.